Hey everyone, welcome to my potential future crib. Today we have a really fun video. We are doing the Battle of the Model Homes. I'm gonna be showing you the two models Brian and I were considering when choosing our home, and I want you guys to try to guess in the comments which one you think we're building and why. Entering in through the front door, you are greeted by a really long, beautiful hallway, and I love the styling of this entire model. I think the mirrors in here really help to make the space feel so much larger, and I love how there's still room for a proper entryway table. That's something I really want and something that I have missed in our current home, so it's exciting to think that potentially we could have this in some of these models that we're walking. And then directly to my left when I'm walking in is the first bedroom of the house. Right off the front door, we do have a guest suite. This is such a great size. It's an awesome sized room, and it is an ensuite. Right now they're obviously using it as a sales office, and this ensuite is so nice. They have the walk-in shower. That is an upgrade to change it from a tub to a walk-in shower. And they did pay also to extend the tile all the way to the ceiling, which I think makes it just feel so grand. And then this also has a really great sized walk-in closet, as well as a linen closet. Here is the vanity, just has one sink. The toilet's right here. I think it's a great bathroom. Continuing on down the hallway, you have kind of a crossroads. This house is set up a bit different than the actual model we are considering. It's like the second version of this house. So right here they have it set up as a sales center, but that would actually go to a playroom and the garage area. But there is an awesome potential play space with this model right in that direction. And then to my left, we have a really great coat closet, which is something that you don't honestly get that much in Florida. So it's really nice to have that coat closet right there. I know it's warm here most of the time, but we definitely do have like coats and sweatshirts, and it's nice to have a designated place to put them on the first floor, especially that close to the front door. And then right beyond this closet is the downstairs powder. This is such a great sized powder bath. The one in our current home is pretty small, and I feel like they're never normally that big, which is totally fine, but I just like that in this one you have a bit of room to play with. Design wise and furniture wise, there's just a little bit more space to actually do something with if you wanted to in the bathroom. Right beyond the powder, there is another closet. This is a really great under the stairs closet, really similar to what we have now. In our closet now, we have like all of our shoes, and we'll probably do something similar just because the coat closet will probably just keep for jackets. But that is a really great closet. Also, these doors are so beautiful. Love the 8-foot doors. And right next to that, we do have the stairs that go up, but for now we're going to focus on the downstairs of this home. So right next to me on my left is a really beautiful home office. Of course, like I said, they have everything decorated perfectly, and this is set up as a home office. I love the accent wall, all of the furniture and everything. Like, can I just get this one exactly the way that it is? Something big that you can do right here to kind of like change this space is you can actually wall this office in. So you can add a wall. So this would be completely walled in, which would just kind of elongate the hallway when you walk into the home, just so that you can kind of like picture what that might look like. There would be a wall here with double doors, and then it'd be walled in here as well. I think that would be a really good option for us, just because right now we have an open office and it's extremely difficult to actually get anything done with having two small kids around. Obviously, I love the openness of it, but I think it's more functional if you do wall it in. So without it being walled in, it's nice and open to the living room. But if it was closed off, you would have a nice area right here for your entertainment center, your TV, and I think it would look great either way. Here is the living room. It is a great size. It is a little bit long, like it's a pretty long room. You can see like they have two couches back to back. I think we would probably want to do like a really large sectional, maybe like a U shape or like a really large L or something like that, but I'm not 100% sure. But if we were to go with this model, this has a really nice big gathering room is what they call it. Right off of the gathering room, you have this nice wall space here. Wouldn't this be so perfect for like a built-in wine bar or something? That would be so perfect for right here. I wish that it was like an option or something that you could do in the like build process. I think that'd be so fun and definitely an option that we would want to consider, like some sort of wine or little bar cocktail type area would be really fun right here. Right next to this, we do have the pantry, which probably doesn't seem that exciting, but it's a huge pantry. It is massive. And then coming off of the pantry, we have this very, very beautiful kitchen. This is a very big upgrade to do the built-in kitchen, where you get like the built-in microwave oven combo, you get the beautiful like cabinet hood. There's a couple options for that as well. Like you can do the metal hood that kind of like matches the rest of the appliances if you want to. This is a very large upgrade to do this, but I definitely think it's worth it. Another thing you can do is you can add cabinets onto your island. This actually isn't that expensive, only like a couple $100s to add it on, but to have any extra storage that you can get is great. I love that they have their appliances right here. That's actually genius to kind of keep them right there, especially because you have an outlet right here on this side. But yeah, this kitchen is beautiful. I love everything that they chose in here. It is pretty modern, but it still feels nice and like cozy and homey. The lights are also super nice. And I also love the bar stools that they chose. They go perfectly with the floors that they have in this model. This is a wood look tile, which is super nice, very, very durable and pretty easy to clean. Right off of the stunning built-in kitchen, you have the eat-in cafe is what they call it. So this is a perfect place to put a table. It's a great, great size. Potentially you could do a built-in here, kind of like what we have in our house. This table is also stunning. Definitely not super kid friendly. Kind of reminds me a little bit of my coffee table with like that rough wood grain. It also has kind of like a raw edge look. I love that. These chairs also so beautiful, but not kid friendly, which is such a bummer. Maybe in the future I can go back to this kind of style, but here is the eat-in kitchen. You have a nice wall right here that you could definitely play with. They have a sideboard. I think that's an awesome idea with a great arched mirror. It's beautiful. You could also choose, it's not an option in the design center, but you could like maybe extend the cabinets. I think that would be really cool to do if you wanted like extra storage. You could just extend the cabinets all the way over after you close. But I love the way that they have this set up. And right here, there's actually a slider that goes out to the backyard. There's also a slider right here. So this is an upgrade. Typically it's 3 windows. This is called the pocket glass slider. I definitely think if you're going to build this model, that's an option you absolutely have to take to get as much light as possible in here. And it just really opens up the space. So you do have a slider on both sides, which adds a lot of amazing natural light, which is definitely something we are prioritizing in the house that we chose. I'm sure you guys are wondering how many square feet is this particular model. This model is about 3,800 square feet, which is very big. It's a lot bigger than the house we currently live in. And you might be thinking like, Katie, how the heck are you gonna keep that clean? And I've also been trying to figure that out myself, because with 2 kids and a dog and a husband, our house takes a beating. We are busier than we have ever been, so I am constantly looking for ways to make my daily tasks, things that absolutely have to get done, easier on me and Brian. Something that I use every single day that makes my life so much easier is my Dreamy X40 Ultra. It is an all-in-one hands-free vacuum and mop. If you've been watching my videos for a while, then you will know Brian and I love Dreamy's products. We have so many. We have their vacuum mop, we have their regular vacuum, we've had one of their robot mop vacs in the past, and now we are upgraded to the Dreamy X40 Ultra. We absolutely love it, and I know you guys will too. The Dreamy X40 Ultra is the ultimate hands-free mess tackler. We actually like to run it every single night before we go to bed so we can wake up to perfectly cleaned floors, like just in time for Bryn to wake up and make another mess again. Our X40 knows our house front to back. It has obstacle avoidance and omni sensitivity that help it avoid anything it might get into, like the dog's bowls, toys. It's able to avoid all of those items thanks to those 2 awesome features and so many more that it has. It created a detailed map of our home and plans its path to best tackle all of our floor surfaces. Thanks to the built-in camera and Clean Genius management, it works perfectly to avoid all the toys that might get left out, and it customizes the clean to fit the specific needs of each room. One thing I really love that I found was missing in other hands-free mop vacs that we've tried is that it doesn't get like into the corners, but the X40 has side reach and mop extend technology that helps it get into every single nook and cranny. It can wash up on your baseboards. It's so awesome that it will clean our baseboards, because that's definitely something that we have neglected doing in the past. It can also clean the bottom of curved furniture too. I know that there's a lot happening with the X40 Ultra all at once, but don't think that just because it can mop and vacuum at the same time time that it's not really getting in there. It has 12,000 PA suction power to pick up hair, dirt, dust, cracker crumbs, whatever else Brynn gets into. It has super versatile carpet cleaning like mop lifting for the times that we want to clean both floors at the same time, or mop removal when we just want to focus on the crumb situation. The X40 also has carpet boost, which means it's going to increase its suction and vacuum twice at a reduced speed to really get into the carpets. The best part about the X40 Ultra is not only does it clean our floors hands-free, the vacuum also self-empties for up to 75 days and refills with the perfect mix of hot water and solution to get ready for its next job. It also washes and dries itself. I mean, my kids can't even do that yet. All jokes aside, we love our Dreamy X40 Ultra, and I know you will as well. Shop now at the link in the description to save $500 plus an additional $50 off with the code Katie50OFF. We're so excited to get into our new house, and we know that cleaning will be made a little bit easier thanks to our Dreamy X40 Ultra. Be sure to check it out like I was saying, save that money, and thank you so much to Dreamy for sponsoring today's video. Now let's get back into the tour. All right, moving on from this beautiful downstairs, let's get one more look, and we are headed up. So down here, like I said, there is one bedroom, and headed up the stairs to see 4 more. Up the stairs here, this is a really expensive upgrade to do the railings, but I feel like it's really pretty. I don't think it's something you have to do in this model because it's not something you can see from downstairs, but I feel like it makes this upstairs hallway area feel a lot more open because there are a lot of rooms up here. All right, so to give you the layout, you have a bedroom, a bathroom, the laundry room, another bedroom, the loft area, and the master. We're gonna go ahead and start in the master bedroom. The way that they have this set up is beautiful. I absolutely love it. Also, like, gorgeous, gorgeous water view back here. Like, that is just so, so pretty. Of course, that's gonna vary depending on what lot you choose, like what it's gonna look like behind your house, but that water view ain't too bad. I think this is such a great sized bedroom. I also love this lighting fixture. I don't know if I could do something like that because I really need a fan, but that's really, really pretty. I also love this fluted wall detail that they did. It's super nice. I actually think behind that too is like soundproofing. It is like a beautiful, crisp, clean sound in here, especially like when I'm just listening to myself. Hopefully you can hear that on the camera. Like you can just tell, I don't know, like the walls feel like they are soundproofed almost. Also really love this like large piece of artwork right here. And moving on to down here, we do have the master closet. So this is a great size. There's just one closet. Sometimes in the masters there are 2. So there's one massive walk-in closet. Right here, you get a nice linen closet. It's a great size. It's huge. Also a walk-in with a bunch of shelving, just a lot of storage, which I really appreciate. Here is the vanity. Love the counters that they chose. These are so, so pretty. I think they match really well with the like oil rub bronze accessories that they did in here. And then they just did the white cabinets again. And then on this side, this is an upgrade to do the tub. Love, love, love a standing tub. And then this is the shower. It's kind of small. Right now we have a 2-person shower, so it's huge. There is an option also to do a super shower, or you can just leave it as a shower, and that would extend the shower to like out to about here. And then there's like an empty wall space. So you don't have to take any of the options. If you don't want to, you can just take the one that comes with it. And then right here, there is a water closet is what we call them. Right next to the master, we have this awesome loft area. We have a loft right now. We don't use it a ton. It definitely does get used, but not as much as like our downstairs does. So we definitely want a playroom downstairs, but this is such a great area. And I like too that it's in the corner. It's not just like right upstairs when you walk up there. It's not like open to the rest of the house, because if you wanted to, you could eventually someday frame this in and just put a door on and you would have a 6th bedroom. So I love that you have that versatility here. This is such a great size. It would be a great size bedroom. It's like kind of the same size as the master. So I love this. I think it's a great like multi-use space that could really grow with a family. Moving on to the next bedroom. Here is that. It's just a great size. It has kind of a small closet. This one definitely has the smallest closet. It just has like pocket doors. It's the only one without a walk-in, and I'm going to show you why. They obviously have it set up as a workout room, which is a great use for all these extra bedrooms that we won't be needing right away. Next up, we have bedroom number 3 or 4, I guess, since we saw one downstairs. This one actually has an ensuite. So this is an upgrade that you can add. That is what makes the closet in the other room smaller because they have to take the space from somewhere. Love the tiles that they did in here. It just has a nice tub. And this is an extra bathroom that you can add. And then here is the closet. Just a nice little walk-in closet. Not huge, but definitely a great size and better than anything we have right now. I love how they have this set up. It's such a cute, like, little girl's room. And I think it's nice to add the extra bathroom if you can. Moving on from the bathrooms, we have the laundry room. In the laundry room right here, this is an upgraded laundry room. You do get this really great closet, opens on both sides. And then the upgrade here is to add the cabinets, and then you also get a sink, which is really nice. We have a sink in our laundry room right now. We don't have cabinets though. So if we were gonna do this model, we would definitely do this laundry upgrade. I think it's absolutely worth the money. I just think it looks really nice. And then this was something they added, which I think is super cool. You could also do, like, once you have the sink in here, you have plumbing. So you could do like a dog wash or something in this space right here, because that will just be open if you decide to do the upgraded laundry. It's such a great size laundry room. I love this. Right here we have the other upstairs bathroom. Also, they extended the tile to the ceiling. That is an upgrade, not a super expensive one, but I definitely think it makes all of the difference to do the tile and extend it all the way up to the ceiling. And then right here you just have the one sink. I do wish it was two sinks. I kind of think it would be better if it was two sinks, especially because if you don't do the extra bathroom, there's a lot of people sharing, or a lot of bedrooms sharing this one bathroom. So I think two sinks would be a little bit better. Then right here we have the last bedroom. I love the wallpaper that they did in here. It gives very like Ralph Lauren vibes. It's so nice. I love it. Definitely getting lots of like design inspiration. And then here is the closet for this bedroom. Again, just a nice little walk-in closet. It has one shelf over here, but it's plenty of space, I think, especially if you add in like a nicer closet system. We definitely, no matter what house we do, will not be keeping their closet systems for forever. Alrighty, so that is model 1. As it stands, just as a recap, this house is about 3,800 square feet. It has 5 bedrooms with a guest suite downstairs. That's included in the 5. And it has 3.5 bathrooms with the option to add a 4th bathroom. I think this is a beautiful house. It's a great option. I'm excited to show you guys number 2 though. So let's head over there and check that one out. Alrighty, here we are in model 2. This house is so beautiful. Like, it is just so beautiful. We're gonna go through this model, and then I'm gonna, at the end, kind of like wrap it up and tell you the different things I like and dislike about each house. And then you guys have to get to guessing in the comments. Alrighty, walking into model number 2, we actually have double doors, which is such a nice feature. And then another thing we have right away is a 2-story entryway. The one word I could use to describe this house is grand. This house is very, very grand and luxurious feeling. Right off to the left, we do have an office. This is a great sized office. One of the options you can take here is to actually add a bedroom, and it takes a little bit of space from the dining room. So it would make this dining room a little bit smaller. It would kind of bring it to like here-ish. It would kind of make it more of a square shape as opposed to a rectangle. And it would add a bathroom and make this an ensuite guest bedroom. So here is the dining room. It is gorgeous. The one thing I didn't like that we would have to do after is we have to wall this in ourselves. So if we wanted to make this an extra office because like we don't want a dining room, we will have to wall this in ourselves after, and then also wall in the butler's pantry because this house has a butler's pantry like the house we live in now. It feels very like open and spacious in here as well. Moving on from the dining room, right over to the right, we do have the wine cave. This is an upgrade. It's like a pretty big upgrade, not absolutely massive, but definitely one of the bigger upgrades in this house. It's so cool though to have like this little bar wine cave area. I don't know how practical it would be with kids, but it's really, really fun and a good way to use this storage space. It would just be a closet otherwise, so I think it's really fun that they have this option. And then you have the stairs. I love how the stairs come out. They are beautiful. I definitely think you would have to do something nice with the stairs, like doing the LVP stairs or doing the tile. There's like a few options. It's quite a big upgrade to do that. But because of how grand they are, which they're so beautiful, you definitely want to do the LVP. They also do have the upgraded banisters here, which I think is a must-have for this house because it has a 2-story living room. The dream. You guys know I love a 2-story living room. I just love like that hall look up there. You get the banister all the way around. So I think definitely you have to do that upgrade if you are building this style of house. I just think it makes it look so grand, so luxurious. It definitely is pricey, but it makes all the difference to have the banisters and not the half wall. So that brings us into the living room. It's a great size. It does have the 2 couches. You could totally do a sectional in here. I think it's just a perfect size living room. In all of the models, they always have pools and other beautiful things, which there is an option to add a pool on while you build, which is so nice because it'd just be nice to have everything done right when you move in. You don't want to move into your house and then have like a ton of construction going on in your brand new build. So I think if you are wanting to add a pool, that is a good thing that you could add like while you're building. The other house had one too. I forgot to show it to you guys, but it was just as equally as beautiful. This has the big pool and the spa. It has like a sun shelf. I love it. Right off of the living room is the kitchen. It's such an awesome kitchen. I absolutely love it. Look how big this island is. It's a huge island. Another feature I love about this kitchen that comes standard are these 2 windows. I just think they are a pretty unique feature that I haven't seen in other homes. So that was something Brian and I really loved about this kitchen. This kitchen also has the built-in feature. So the oven and the microwave are right here. It's an extra upgrade to add an oven right here. So if you want a second oven, and something that's really cool about this neighborhood, not necessarily the one we're building in, but I'm at a model home, is that this neighborhood has gas. Some neighborhoods do, some neighborhoods don't, but this neighborhood has gas range, which is so awesome. This one also has the built-in hood, which I love. And then it also has uppers, which is also an extra charge. I love uppers, regardless of which house we go with. Those are something that we are going to have in our kitchen because I just love the way they look. I want the glass fronts and I want to be able to put all my little tchotchkes in there. This kitchen has tons of counter space. Right over here, you have another good built-in space right in between on either side of the refrigerator. You have more counter space, more cabinets, and then you also have a butler's pantry with some nice cabinets right here. So great butler's pantry. They also have another wine fridge. That's really a nice feature if you have a butler's pantry, but they also have the wine cave. In these houses, they just load them with upgrades so you can see all of the different options. And here is the pantry for this house. Definitely not nearly as big of a pantry or as great as a pantry as the last house, but it's still an awesome size. You'll also notice that they did a 2-tone. So they have a white island and then I think they might be navy cabinets. I can't tell if they're navy or black. I have such a hard time telling the difference between the 2 colors. I don't know. You guys will have to let me know below. I can't tell if it's navy or black, but it's really pretty regardless. Right behind me, attached to the kitchen, is another eat-in cafe. Again, a really great size. I love the round table here. I think that fits the space perfectly. Has a nice lighting fixture and then so many windows. So many windows, so much natural light. What more could you ask for, truly? This house gets great light because it has a ton of windows. These mirrors also help with the light. It helps to kind of like bounce the light off and kind of reflect it back towards where I'm standing. So just a great little design tip if you're looking for ways to add more light. Heading through the living room, we do have a pool bath. So this is the powder bath for this model. This is the downstairs powder. It just has a little vanity, the mirror, and then this is an upgrade if you want to add the shower and then also the door out to the pool. That's what makes it like the pool bath, but it's a great size. I think that if you don't do the upgrade, it might just like end right there and just be like a small powder bath. But this is the powder bath for the first floor. Right next to that, we do have just a little closet that they have a bunch of stuff in. And then a feature that I love is that they have a downstairs playroom. The other house has one too. You just couldn't see it from the walkthrough we were doing because of where they put the garage. But this is such a great playroom for kids. It's right off the living room, but it's their own space. It's plenty big for all the toys plus a couch. They obviously have it set up for like bigger kids right now. So like with a couch, gaming type game room theme, like these big wooden die. These are so fun. They also have like a big fancy Scrabble board, a foosball table, and then they also added a bathroom. So this room is always here, but the bathroom is an upgrade. This could also make it like an ensuite. They have the built-in shower. I love that tile. So nice. And then you have the vanity right behind me and the toilet. And then on each side right here, another closet. So tons of storage space in both models. This would typically go out to the garage. Of course, again, it's a sales office. But right here you have the under the stairs closet. Some great storage space, especially when you're coming in from the garage. That would be perfect. And then I think this might be another closet. Yeah, so this would just be another closet, and this is also like where the air conditioner is. But as you can see, you can also store stuff in there. So this is like if you were coming in from the garage, you would have the game room here, and it would open up to this stunning view. I love that in both houses there's a nice long hallway when you walk in, so you can do a really proper entryway table. That's something I've really missed in our current house, is that we don't have anywhere to do like a nice entryway display. I really love that, so I'm excited that we are going to be able to have that in our new house. Also a nice wall right here when you're about to go up the stairs for like some artwork or a mirror, and we are headed up. So just to recap, in this model downstairs you have an office, but that you could add a bathroom and make that another bedroom, and then also the game room where you can also add a bathroom, and those could be 2 extra bedrooms downstairs if you want to go with those upgrades. Right at the top of the stairs you have the master, and then this is the rest of the view from the top of the stairs. We're gonna start here though with the master. This is such a beautiful master. Right here when you walk in, I forget what they call it. It's like a gathering space in the master. It's just like an extra room within the master. And then right behind me is where they have the bed. So this is a huge, luxurious master bedroom. I love the furniture that they have in here. This dresser is beautiful. I love the chair. And of course, you know, I love a good arched cabinet. But that is what it looks like from here. So you get this like extra space. We would use that as my filming space if we were building this model. That is what we would use this space for. And then we're gonna go directly into the largest bathroom I have ever seen. It is crazy. It like reminds me of something out of a magazine. So here is what that looks like. We have the 2 separate vanities with this beautiful tub in the middle. There's enough room for a plant. Enough room for a plant. Look at the windows. Like, oh my goodness, it is stunning. And then here is the shower. Still a really great size shower. And then you have his and hers closets on either side. These are so crazy good. There's one closet. They added all of the nice built-ins. Here is the second closet. They added built-ins in here as well. A little bit smaller than the other one, but still really big. You might be thinking, Katie, where's the toilet? Well, it's actually hidden behind this little pocket door, which I love. I love a pocket door. And then right next to this closet, there's another little door. And this is just a nice towel closet. Here are the different options for the layout. So here is the included layout if you don't want the tub. And then here's another option with the freestanding tub. So the freestanding tub could kind of be right here. And then a new option that they have is to put it in the middle of the 2 sinks, which I like, but I also think it'd be pretty nice to have it like kind of off to the side, but I think I like this one the best. Double doors, double doors, double doors. So double doors leading into the bathroom, double doors leading into the bedroom. And that is the master. Walking out of the master, up here you're gonna find, I think, 3 more bedrooms. So this house could be a total of 6 bedrooms if you add all the bathrooms and take all the options. Here is the next bedroom. Cute little rock and roll theme. And you're gonna find the Jack and Jill. I love a Jack and Jill, don't get me wrong, but I do not like the way that they do it in this model, and there's no way to change it. What I don't like is that you have like a sink in your bedroom, and then that back there is another bedroom. It kind of gives me like cruise ship vibes, hotel room, hospital room type vibes, that like you just have a little half wall and then your own sink. I don't know, maybe I'm just weird and I think it's weird, but it's just not my favorite. There is a really great walk-in closet. In the middle, when you go like through your sink side, there's another closet, the toilet, and the shower. So there's what that looks like. And then you come through to the next bedroom, or of course it has its own door, but it has a sink, an identical walk-in closet. Oh, it's not identical, sorry. This one has quite a different shape, but still a good little walk-in closet nonetheless. And another great size bedroom. Side note, but Bryn would absolutely love that moonlight and that sign. She's obsessed with space. Right behind this mystery door, I'm guessing, is HVAC. Yeah, so like your 2 AC units. This house is right under 4,300 square feet, so this house is a monster. They've added this cute little like mudroom detail. Right here you can see at the end of the hall, this is like the 2-story entryway. Right down here, you could totally put a Christmas tree right here. That'd be so cute. To my left, we have the laundry room. This is a great upgraded laundry room. This is a pretty large upgrade. Not crazy big in comparison to other things, but definitely an option that I would argue taking. I just think it's really nice. And then they have their appliances right here. But it's just nice to have the sink and the cabinets, just more storage. Right over here, we do have another closet. So just tons of storage. Right next to a really great size bedroom. This bedroom is massive. They have it as like a shared 2 little girls bedroom, and how cute, like with the desks, and I love the paint that they've done in here. It's just so frilly and so girly. So it's a great size bedroom. It has a really awesome walk-in closet, and this one is also an ensuite. So in here you are going to get the full shower bathroom experience with the tiles all the way up to the ceiling again, and some nice upgraded cabinets. One thing that we really didn't like about this house was that it's hard to find negatives. I mean, it's just so beautiful. But one thing that we really didn't like was that there's no way to have all of our kids upstairs unless they share rooms, which there's nothing wrong with sharing rooms. It's just like, if we could avoid it, we would love for all of our kids to be able to have their own space. It's just something that I really valued growing up in a big family, and so did Brian. And so we would love for our kids, I mean, unless they want to share, we would love for our kids to be able to have their own rooms. And they can in this house. It has potential for plenty of bedrooms, but we just wouldn't be able to have everyone upstairs. So we had to really think hard about that. Whereas in the other house, most of the bedrooms were upstairs. We would still have a guest suite downstairs, and then there's kind of like that loft up there that we could play with, but it doesn't have the 2-story living room. I mean, I don't know. I'm so intrigued to see which one you guys think we are building. This house is so grand. It's so beautiful. It has plenty of space. It's just, you could argue if a lot of the space is functional or not in this house. The other house, it is very, very functional. You have a downstairs playroom, an upstairs loft, same amount of bedrooms, an office. But I guess it's just like, which one could we see ourselves living in forever? So we had to think about that, like super long term. So let me know which one you guys think we are building down below. I'm so curious to see what you guys are going to say. And try to leave your reasoning, like why you think we're choosing one over the other. If you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up. Hit the subscribe button down below and the notification bell. I have so many more home building process videos to come and I don't want you guys to miss out on that. So be sure that you are subscribed. And thank you again to Dreamy for sponsoring today's video. Be sure to check out the Dreamy X40 in the description box down below. You can save $500 and an additional $50 off with the code Katie50OFF. I love you guys all so much. I can't wait to read the comments on this video. And I will see you next time. Bye, guys.